Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to come on and talk about Peach, a video that I was just watching where she was talking about a lot of different things, walking through her property where she lives, her complex with the kids. It was like in the evening time, getting dark. They were going to the park. I didn't know why they was going to the park in the dark, but anyway, she was talking about several different topics. And I just want to talk about the one topic where she said she was so tired. She didn't want to go to the NICU because she was just too tired, but decided she'll go ask Wood, should she go? And he's telling her to go. I mean, just like she's saying she's tired, but you have to go talk to your husband. And it seems like you have to ask him permission to be able to stay home knowing that you're very tired and you shouldn't be driving. He tells you to go and you keep saying you're tired and don't want to go, but eventually decides to get in the car and start going, stop at a gas station and talking about how tired you are and you really still don't want to go to the NICU. Once again, we got to talk to Wood to see what he says, because I feel like this guy was just trying to get her out of the house for whatever reason. I don't think he was going to be going anywhere, but definitely he was going to be on that phone. Anyway, I guess he told her eventually, if you're tired, that tired, then you should come back home and go to bed. So she gets back home and says that he put a load of clothes and giving him all the credit in the world about this, that, and the third. Mind you, she's already been talking about, while she's putting gas in the car, how she's trying to make everybody happy and letting him have his little time. Why? Why does he need time to be free? Girl, who's taking care of you? Somebody who just had a C-section, gave twins to babies, birth to twins, and you mean to tell me that you have to give him a break? He can't give you a break? You sit down, chill, put your feet up, and get some rest? You running yourself a rag. And just think, if you would have got on that road, God forbid anything would have happened and you would have put your life in danger and other people's lives in danger. Why? Because you're trying to drive to go to a hospital to visit the babies, which I understand. I fully understand. You you want to go see your babies and whatnot, but you're so tired. You said you had been up all morning and you just wanted to go to sleep. We have to recognize sometimes that when we're so tired, we need to sit down. Stop trying to force ourselves to do too much. And as a husband, he should have said from the beginning, from the get-go, when you felt like you had the need to go, ask him, is it okay if I stay home and go to bed and not go to the NICU tonight? First of all, to have to ask him his permission, it's beyond me. But we have to learn to sit down and stop trying to do so much. Because if you would have got on that road, plus it was raining, and you said you were going to go to, you wasn't going to be speeding or anything, you was going to be taking your time because it's wet out there. I'm the same way. I don't like to drive and speed and drive too fast when it's raining or snowing outside. I live somewhere where it snows. Yes, I do. I'm back and forth from Florida to where I'm at now. So, but anyway, I just don't get it. Why this man did not seem like he could have said, no, babe, don't go. Go ahead and go get you some rest. Go get in the bed and I'll take care of making sure the kids, in the bed, sleep. And you just go get your rest and whatever you were doing, like laundry or whatever, I'll take over and I'll finish it, fold up the clothes, put the clothes in the wash, put the clothes in the dryer, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she finally gets into the bed and was talking about, she was on YouTube looking at her Peach Patch talking and how everybody was talking about how Peach is getting evicted, how she's gotten evicted, like the eviction has went through already. And she's talking about she wanted to see what was going on because she didn't had heard anything or anything like that. And I'm like, really, girl? These people said that they've sent you correspondence. There was nothing on your door. You didn't get an email. I know that the mail, by now you should have gotten correspondence about the motion that was filed on the 13th. But the one on the 16th, yeah, if they're sending something in the mail, I would imagine you haven't gotten that yet because the 16th was just the other day. But I'm quite sure if they got your email, they would have sent something to your email. Anyway, she got on and just went to the site to go look it up and found out that, yeah, she got a court date coming up. There was a motion filed and that she has a court date coming up on the 14th February. And she was like, she couldn't believe it. You know, she was like, you know, when she came home, she heard a video playing of her talking about if she gets evicted, you know, it don't matter. She'll go to a Airbnb, a trailer, or a hotel, or, you know, or whatever the case may be. And she said that was like, you know, encouraging to her, made her feel a little better to, you know, just keep going, keep pushing it. And like she said, she was thinking about, she started looking at Airbnbs, you know, different places to go move to, you know, trailer parks, she said, she mentioned, and, you know, other different places. Then she said she was looking at land, and that stopped in her tracks, and she was like, a piece of land. Because now she's talking about getting a piece of land, buying a piece of land, and then building a house on this plot of land. And then she was like, I wanted to just ball up and start crying. But she wasn't going to do that. And then she was going to trust God. You know, when Peach get herself in these situations, it's all about God then. You know, even after she said what she said about God. Now I trust God. I'm going to trust God. God this, God that. Well, now you're thinking about God, but then you'll go and you'll start saying stuff that, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, this is what I say about people. Y'all only want God when y'all get yourself in situations, but you ain't thinking about God no other time. You want to call on him to come and help you out when you get yourself in situations that you know you shouldn't have got yourself in from the get-go. People are always talking about, oh, her mama had brought her up wrong and her mama to blame for this. No, her mama ain't to blame for nothing. Yeah, her mama had made her mistakes, you know, raising her children. She made her mistakes. She's owned up to those mistakes. But this is all on Peach. Peach didn't have to live her life like her mom. With everything that Peach says she went through as a child, she could have changed her life and went into a different direction. But she chose to go in this direction. She chose to go out there and gamble her money, knowing she had to pay rent, knowing she was pregnant with twins and that she needed to have a place for them to stay. For somebody who says, oh, I love where I live, I love this place, you didn't love it enough to pay the rent. You didn't love it enough to keep a roof over you and your 9 kids' head. Your husband don't seem to give a freak because he won't even go out there and do nothing to keep a roof over your head. You're supposed to be his wife. He's supposed to provide for you and your children, you all's 9 children. You didn't lay up with yourself and screw yourself and get pregnant with these babies by yourself. He implanted you with his seed and you got pregnant and y'all got these kids. Make it make sense because I'm not getting it. Anyway, in her talking about the eviction, she did eventually start crying. And she admitted that she was crying. And talking about not going to gamble and whatnot. And I hope she stays true to her word. I hope she does not go gambling. We don't know. She may have already been gambling. But I hope she does not. I hope that she does not give her husband any money to go gamble. That she doesn't give him any money, period. Because if he wants money, he has a channel that he can go and utilize and make money if that's what he wants to do. But we see that that's not what he wants to do. He wants her to give him money. Why? Why can't you go out and make your own money and contribute and help her. That makes, and this is my opinion, makes me believe he just don't give a dang about you. He's not that into you. Yeah, he loves you and he likes you when the 15th of the month comes, because that's TikTok pay. He loves you when the 21st comes, where YouTube is going to pay. If that's the only time he's showing love, then that ought to tell you something, girl. But yeah, y'all, I just don't know if I believe the fact that she didn't know about all of these motions and the court date, because these people did say that they sent her correspondence from what everybody's saying. And I am familiar with evictions. I've worked some evictions before, not in the state of Florida, so I am not familiar with how they do. I know that the reason I said what I said in one of my other videos about the money situation is because I did see her lease, and there is on her lease where it talks about breaching the contract, the lease getting terminated early. And it had 3 options on what you would do if you broke that lease. Peach chose the first option, where she would have to pay them $6,902 if that lease were to be breached. To me, the lease has been broken. It's been breached. It's been terminated early before the lease was to expire. Therefore, I said that because she owes that money. But if the apartment complex where she lives is not going to sue for it, then she won't have to owe any money. Now, most cases that I talk about that I've done in other states, there's always two parts of an eviction. The eviction itself, and then there's like a second cause, which is the money part. And that is if a landlord or her landlord, the owner, whomever, decides to sue for damages, or in her situation, they would sue her for breach of contract, early termination, them having to take her to court to evict her, which she's already paid money. Even though she's paid that money with the December rent, she still owes that money, because all she did was pay attorney's fees and all of those fees for them having to evict her. So if they wanted to sue her for breaching that contract and all that other stuff, they could do that. Whatever damages or whatever they want to sue her for, they can sue her for them. But it looks like, I think that I saw where it says no monetary damages or anything they're going to go after her for. So I think I did see that. So I'm not sure if they're going to go after her for what would probably end up being about $7,000, adding fees and whatnot into that $6,902. But that's how most cases that I've done, they have 2 different stages. The first cause is the eviction itself. And then once that case is over and closed, then there's a date set for the second cause, which is the money issue of the, part of the eviction. But yeah, she said she hadn't heard anything from anybody. She didn't know. But I'm thinking, dang, if you know you got this eviction, girl, you don't go and check on your own stuff? What if these people would have just if you wouldn't have been looking on YouTube to see this stuff, they would have just went on here, had a court date. You never know about the court date, didn't show up, and they was showing up at your door, and you'd be like, what's going on? That would have been really, really bad, girl. Start checking on your stuff and paying attention. You out here doing all this hopping and bopping, twisting and turning, knowing you just had a C-section and 2 babies, and you out here doing all this. But I just heard you, when it comes to your kids and they want to do this and that and the third, and they want to go play and do this at a park or do that. The other day you was talking about, they got to realize I just had a cesarean section and I can't really. Don't say that. Don't do that. Because when you out here doing all this content, you out here bopping and popping and doing all kind of stuff, and you weren't even worried about, I just had a cesarean section and had twins. So stop. But yeah, she's boohooing crying now because she found out that the eviction is moving forward. For some reason, she didn't think that, I guess she didn't think that it was going to happen. I don't see how she would have thought that, but from what I'm gathering, when she looked it up and found out she did, I think she think that it wasn't going to move forward or happen because she paid January rent. And I keep trying to tell people, yes, she paid January's rent. What month are we in? January. So rent is going to be due in February. She can only stay if they accept that February rent. But in some cases, if she shows up, people keep talking about going to the courthouse. It's a Zoom. She doesn't have to go to the courthouse. It's on a Zoom. I've done those before. You don't have to go to court if it's on a Zoom. So therefore, if she shows up at the Zoom and she, talks, says her piece after they say their piece, the judge may be lenient. But, she did pay rent for January, so that's why she's still there. That's why I said in one of my videos, I don't think they're going to do anything. The judge is not going to sign those papers until probably sometime in February because she did pay January's rent. So she's free to live there because she paid the rent for January, which gives her a place to stay. Now, they may ask for her to get out ASAP, but the judge may still be lenient and give her some time. But if they say February the 28th, she has to be out, Peach better be out of there or they will come and throw her out. And she will have an eviction on her record if she's not out by the date that they give her. Now, if she leaves before that date that they give her to get out, she won't have an eviction on her record. As long as you're out of there before that date, you won't have an eviction on your record. And Peach just admitted in the video, her credit is shot. She said, my credit is bad. I won't be able to even go anywhere and apply for any places, I don't think, and get approved. She just admitted to that in this video. Y'all can go watch it. But she just sat there and said, my credit is messed up. It is shot. But you are someone who's out here selling credit repair, a credit repair program, or whatever you want to call it, and your credit is messed the frick up. I don't understand how these people go out here giving her all this money to mentor them, to teach them this, that, and the third. Because to me, all she's teaching you is how to hate your mother, how to go out here and gamble all your money away, how to keep getting evicted over and over and over again, how to have 9 babies and kids so that welfare can give you whatever it is that you want, how to get CPS, how to go out here and do stupid stuff so that people could call CPS on you every day, all day. And it seemed like to me she almost tried to blame that on getting evicted. She was like, people still calling and reporting and all this kind of stuff, to the office or whatever, the leasing office. And it sounded like she was almost about to say, that's why she in this situation. I was like, don't even go there, girl. But then she admitted that if I wouldn't have gambled my money away and paid my rent, I wouldn't be in this situation. And she's exactly right. She finally owned up to it. You wouldn't be in that situation because who in the hell makes $80,000? But she said that she was going to be making $86,000. Remember, guys? And I don't know if I believe that because I would like to see proof of it. And she doesn't have to show us all of her information. I mean, just some type of something showing that you made this kind of money, but it's not possible. But it's not impossible. I mean, but you think about it. That means she only spent $6,000 toward buying groceries on her kids when they did go out and do all that shopping and stuff. And she looked like she was about to go out and buy this big old, what they call a Sprinter van, big old van to accommodate all those kids and herself and her husband. And then she was out there doing all that shopping and all that stuff. So I'm like, that's all you spent on your kids and your family? $6,000? Because she admitted to blowing $80,000 in 1 second, 1 minute, she said, at the casino. Who does that? Who in the hell does that? That mean that maybe she gave Wood 40,000, she had 40,000, and they just went for it. Trying to be like all these people that's on YouTube showing themselves going out hitting big jackpots because they played slots that was $100 a pop, $50 a pop, $500 a pop, and they won the big jackpot. That's what Peach is trying to be. She's thinking that she's going to win like those people. These people know how to edit just like you do. We don't know if that's true and factual that they won that they won those jackpots. And maybe they did. We don't know. And most of them are in Vegas. They're not in Florida. They're in Vegas. Just like I saw a gambling video of Peach where she was playing $25 a pop on a slot machine. $25. Really? You could win that amount of money you're trying to win on a dollar slot. A 25-cent slot machine. Why do y'all go so high thinking, oh, if I play this much, I'm gonna win? It's not true. It's not true. It's a game. They're watching you. They're playing you. They could rig those machines while you're sitting there playing them. Anyway, I just want to come on here and comment about it. Peach with the Patches said she didn't know about all of that, about the motions and the court date, but she knows now. So yeah, she did a video over there boo-hooing, crying. I don't know what Wood had to say about it. I just heard a lot of snoring in the background, but while she was laying there crying, she said Daddy just got up and took the babies to the bed because Nam Nam was laying up under her, and I think Wonderful was in the bed. One of those other kids was in the bed with her, and he was taking them to their beds or whatever. But yeah, she was pretty messed up about it. So, hey, that's what happens when you don't do right by you and your children. You're making all this money on this app, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is somebody who does not understand all of this money that she's making. From looking at all the videos and listening to people talking, when Peach started making all this money, when she first started YouTube, she wasn't doing right by her money, giving everybody $10,000, $20,000, going out, treating everybody to this, that, and the third, buying them cars, houses, and all this stuff. And people say she was a millionaire. I don't know. I've never seen anything about she was a millionaire, but it's not, like I'm saying, it's not impossible that she wasn't. I'm just saying, it's my opinion. But she's not a millionaire no more. Because she don't know the first thing about that kind of money. She don't know how to invest it. Reinvest. You don't go out and just blow it on stupid stuff. Yeah, I can understand you want to spend money on this and the third because you didn't have these things growing up, and now you got the money, you can go buy them. But at some point, enough is enough of, oh, I got to have this, I got to have that. I got to do this, I got to do that. Who in the freak goes and spend $11,000 on Disney tickets unless you're going to go every freaking single day? Which it seems like they do go every day, but I don't think they go every single day. I will be there every day because I'm not about to waste my money. Or I'm going to give it to somebody in my family and say, hey, don't you want to go to Disney today? Here go the passes. Y'all go on and go. We not going today, but y'all go. Somebody going to be using them passes when I'm not going. I ain't about to waste no $11,000 or however much it costs for them dang on passes. No, that's too much money. That's money she could have used to have bought everything that those babies needed. The rent could have been paid for what? A couple months? She wouldn't have to worry about it. And stop buying all these raggedy cars, going to these old raggedy car lots. You make too much money to be going out here to these raggedy car lots. How about you take your money and go to a reputable car place and get you a brand new van or used, not raggedy used like those cars you're looking at. And they dirty on the inside and disgusting. No. Maybe you could start maybe with a 2016 at a reputable car company where the car is going to be immaculately clean and it's going to be in good condition. Or start with a 2020. Yeah, let's start with 2019, 2020 and up. Even if you have to make payments, do it. Shoot, that'll keep you from, I don't know if that'll keep you from going to the casino. I take that back. But do what you got to do. You went out and paid $60,000 on a truck for your husband. Why can't you go pay? It probably won't even cost $60,000 to go out and buy a truck. I mean, not a truck, a big passenger van. I've seen some that's reasonable. You got to shop around. I don't even know how you spent $60,000 on that truck. Was it brand new? Did it have everything inside of it? I mean, because if it wasn't maxed out to the hills with everything on the inside of that dang on truck, you got gypped. You wasted money. $60,000. You should be able to live in that truck. It should have everything in there that you need. Okay? But anyway, y'all, I just want to jump on here and talk about that video. I just saw Peach finally learning about her court date and the motions that were filed, and how she was just admitting that, yeah, she messed up. And it looks like she's looking for a plot of land, and it looks like she's talking about they're going to build a house on it. But in the meantime, while you get this, when you get this plot of land and you're waiting for a house to be built, which I don't know how you're going to get this done with you saying that your credit is shot, you will have to wait for this house to be built, which will take about a year or two. Sometimes it's faster. It may be quicker if you get those home edition people, or, you know, some other people out here that be on HGTV who build houses real fast. You got to wait for the house to be built. So in the meantime, where are you going to go? Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say for now. I'll be back with another video. If you like this video, guys, please hit that like button and subscribe.